The Bible says, "Fill your hungry soul with what's good." When we eat, we share, we grow. Every meal is a chance to be fed and to feed someone else. Life is like cooking. When it works, it doesn't matter if the process is fancy or simple. Good food and a life well lived comes down to how much heart you put in. So here's a really great meal that you can just come home from work, make really quickly. It's super easy, and it's just basically the traditional beef stroganoff, except we've just substituted mushrooms and onions for them. So if you wanted to do something different, if you wanted to substitute tofu or any kind of vegan beef product or vegan, chicken product or something like that, you can absolutely do this. It's a really, really easy recipe, and it's very, very versatile. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice your mushrooms. I like to buy whole mushrooms because they are so much easier to clean, and yes, you do have to, take that extra time and cut them, but I would rather have a super clean mushroom than the convenience of the mushrooms being sliced. A lot of Bible scholars feel like the manna from heaven that they talk about in Exodus was probably mushrooms, just from the description that they give. And it's really interesting that, as everyone knows, manna was pretty much saved the Israelites because they had run out of food coming out of Egypt when they were escaping the pharaohs. I think the lesson here is that what we have the Bible telling us that we are always provided for, that it sometimes comes in unexpected ways, but we are always taken care of. God always takes care of his children. So whenever I'm doing these mushrooms, I always think, okay, you know what? We're eating today, and this is really, really great. I'm gonna add oil to our pan. Add the 2 onions, the garlic, a little bit of a stir, add a little bit of salt, and let that cook down for just a minute. Once your onions are really nice and caramelized, you're going to add your mushrooms. Add a little bit more salt and wait for them to cook down. In the same pan that we cooked the mushrooms and onions in, we're going to now make our gravy. So we want to add 2 tablespoons of butter, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or flour. And this is the base of all gravy. And we're just making a very simple roux. Now we're going to add our beef stock. And you can see it's already starting to thicken up a good deal. I'm going to add our sour cream. You might want to switch to your whisk. Salt and pepper to taste. Then we're going to add our mushrooms and our onions right back into all of that gravy. And to finish off, I'm going to add some chopped flat leaf parsley. Our family likes to serve this with mashed potatoes, but you could serve it with the traditional egg noodles if you wanted to, or just have it on its own. You could serve it with just a piece of toast. It really is up to you. Thanks for watching. You can find the full recipe in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.